You might know how column charts work from the last lesson. Today's tutorial will teach you line charts and area charts. These two types of charts have the same logic. They can reflect the data trend in a specified period. However, their usages and the way to display data are different. When do we need line charts? And when will we turn to area charts? I'll tell you the answer using the same example. This is the website's click statistics table. Column A represents the date, while columns B and C are the hits of new and old users, as both the line chart and the area chart are tied to time. Select the data area and click Insert to open the line chart drop-down menu. Click the first line chart. You can find that two different colors are used in the chart, which shows the clicks of old users and new users respectively. These two lines cross each other because their data fluctuates. In general, the clicks of returning users outnumber those of new users. This is the most basic line chart in the system. Let's look at the second line chart. To make another line chart, let's select the data area again. Click the Insert tab and click the second stacked line in the line chart drop-down menu. Now, we've combined two charts. Some students may identify one issue. Why do the statistics in the two charts vary? That's right. These two lines in the second line chart do not cross each other. Check the ordinate axis, and you will find that the broken orange line surpassed 40,000 clicks on April 28th. This doesn't match the data in the original table. As a consequence, this orange line totals the data of new and old users. The original table tells us that 21,692 plus 21,747 equals 43,439, slightly above 40,000. So there is no error appearing in the table. However, it's not obvious enough and leads to the misunderstanding that the orange line represents the click volume of new users. They may believe that the click volume of new users is significantly higher than that of old users. Is there any better method to show the stacked effect? Maybe you can try the area chart. Select the data and click the Insert tab. Click Stacked Area at Area. Similar to the line chart, the area chart has hill-like color blocks, and its edges correspond to the two broken lines in the line chart. They are made for different cases. Line charts can compare the volume of new and old users. Stacked area charts are ideal for showing the stacked effect. Let's go back to the stacked chart. The orange block tells the total clicks of both old and new users, while the blue block tells the clicks of old users. Now the legend still shows old users and new users, and we need to revise it. Click Select Data in the shortcut menu. Click New Users in the pop-up dialog. Click Edit, and you can change series name to Total. Now the legend will correspond to the data. This chart compares the volume of old users and all users. Some students want to compare the volume of new users to the total. What can they do? The pattern of stacked charts is to take the data in the last column as total, such as the volume of new users in column C. That is to say, we only need to swap the two columns of data of new and old users. First, select column B, hover the mouse on the edge of the line and hold down Shift and Alt at the same time to swap the positions of columns B and C. Then, select all data and click Insert. Click Stacked Area, and now you can get the comparison chart of the new users and the total. The line and area charts have their own strengths for different scenes. They can also be put together to beautify a chart. Here's a new case. This data table is simple. The date is listed in column A, while the data is in column B. Select the data area and click Insert to create a line chart. The generated chart only shows a bare line. This is not appealing. How about changing it into an area chart? Select the chart and click Change Chart Type. We select the area chart. Not much better either. In this case, we may combine the line and area charts. What can we do? Click Select Data and a collection of data series will appear on the left. Select Add in the pop-up dialog and leave series name blank. Select the data area at Series Value and click OK. At this point, the list contains two identical data series. Let's click OK. Go back to the chart that contains two overlapping area color blocks of the same data. Next, we need to change the chart type of one data series. Click the chart and click Change Series Chart Type to set the combo chart. We change any chart type to a line chart. Now we have made a combo of line and area charts. It's time to customize the above line and the area below. Click the broken line and select Format Data Series. Click Effects to add a shadow and set it Offset Bottom with a color you like. Then, select the area color block below and click Fill in Line, where you can change the filling mode to Gradient Fill and then choose a color you like. We choose two colors here to avoid being too fancy. Lower the transparency so that the combo can be textured. There is a problem you might encounter when creating a line chart. The x-axis can be crowded if the table has multiple dates. There are two ways to solve it. We can adjust the date format, select the data area, and press Ctrl 1 to set a short date. Or we can change the unit of the x-axis. Not all dates need to be displayed. Select the dates and click Axis. Go to the Axis options and enter 5 at Major. Now, the x-axis will now display a date label every 5 days, and this is much better. The line chart can also work with the column chart to show multi-dimensional data. Let's head to the third case. This data table records the sales of different products. Sales are listed in column B, and success rates are in column C. In this case, the success rate is a percentage different from the data type of sales, so there would be a huge gap in a chart of the same type. How can we fix this problem? Select all the data, click Line Chart in the Insert tab, and sales are normal in the generated chart, but the success rate becomes a line. Here's what we can do. Right-click the broken blue line and select Change Series Chart Type. Set Clustered Column at Sales in the pop-up dialog and leave Success Rate unchanged. Check Secondary Axis at Success Rate and click the Preview chart. Now we have made a combo of the column and line charts. On the left side of the chart is the primary axis. The data scale corresponds to sales. The right secondary axis corresponds to the success rate. The two groups of data will not interact with each other. Of course, if the density of the scale on the axis is too low, you may choose the main axis and click Axis to set Major to 400. Then, select the secondary axis, click Axis again, and change Major to 0.2 to beautify the axis. We may also pay attention to details. Select the line and right-click Format Data Series. Click Series and check Smooth Line to make the line smoother. Click Fill in Line and check Built-in at Marker. Here you can choose a suitable type and change the size to 8. Now the markers are more obvious. The capacity to present data from many dimensions makes a combo appealing. Let's summarize the key points of this lesson. A line chart and an area chart are essentially identical. Both may effectively display data trends over a specific time period, but an area chart is better for displaying the stacked effect. The combo of line chart and an area chart can diversify the data. The right color scheme can make the chart more advanced. In the same chart, a combo of line and column charts can display two sets of data with different dimensions. Don't forget to check the secondary axis. The next lesson will explore pie charts and sparkline charts. Stay tuned.